Hello, David Bradley here from the pet room. It is early, and I've had an interesting day already. Last night I noticed there was a headlight out in my car, and I was like, oh, why? And then, of course, I thought, I'm sure somewhere I have another bulb just like that, because, of course, they don't blow out at the same time. And I was like, I know I've got it. So I looked in this one toolbox, no. I looked in the car, no. I looked in a couple places in the car, no. And then I went to my computer nerd toolbox, and there was the exact replacement. Probably got it at the same time as the one that was in there. And, of course, did they make these things easy to get at? No. I had to pull off I guess it's the air box, which leads to I remember there's all this big, it's a cold air, like, because it's lower down. And I suppose it's possibly true because, of course, the air, inside the engine compartment make it hot. But it's like, but I remember my nephew one time got this thing and then went through a puddle and damn near ruined his engine because it sucked so much water in. Anyway, so after taking that out and fiddling around, trying to see and trying to figure and trying to whatever, I think I got the headlight in, and I think it's okay. I turned things on. I looked at the garage door and said, "Yeah, it's on." I'm not sure if it isn't aimed a little higher, so I think I got it in right, but it's very hard to tell. Anyway, I put everything back together. Life is good. Of course, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but the oil filler, its handle broke off at some point. It's funny, the last time I had anything to do with the oil done, I said, ooh, I can get free wipers. So I got my oil changed. And it was after that I noticed that the handle was off and the thing was stuck in there, and I still can't get it out. Although I did try a little bit, but anyway. There must be something to get it off. There must be. Anyway, then I said, okay, it's time. I like to let the grass and everything get pretty healthy long, because, of course, around this area we have bunnies. And the bunnies like to chew on the things that grow in the front. And it's not all grass, there's other weird stuff there. Anyway, and I see bunnies there all the time. Anyway, so I said, okay, time to cut the grass. And it started okay. Sort of. I knew the cord, it's an electric mower, had issues. Anyway, so there I was in the midst of things, and well, I hit some higher stuff, and then I was like, that's an interesting smell. And what is that? Anyway, there was smoke coming off of where the cord plugs into the mower. And the handle, I was like, ooh, that is not good. And everything was very hot. So I'm thinking that the cord is done for. It's not a great cord. Anyway, so I'm going to, I have other cords. I didn't quite finish, probably about 3/4. I said, I'll let things cool down. I'll walk away. I'll wrap up this cord. The cord I will very likely send to the north, where my brother may be able to rehabilitate it or find some use for it. Or sometime when he's sending something to the scrapyard, maybe just toss it in the back. Or who knows, maybe he'll have a bunch of copper things. I don't know. Anyway. And then, after all that, even though it's not that hot a day here, I was feeling pretty warm. So I jumped in the pool and watched around outside, saw a chipmunk run by. And now I'm contemplating whether I should go out and finish the rest of the grass or what I will do. I've not eaten yet. And oh, by the way, this is quite the day. This is the day that Andrew and I both have birthdays, as well as, of course, my twin brother. And then, of course, we also have another member of the family, a cousin, who's also uh, born on this day. So there are four of us one day. So Andrew and I will get a cake later. And sad thing is about it all is that, distance and other such things, we probably won't see Richard today. And our other cousin, who is quite close by, it's funny how some personalities, and no, I don't mean the personality of our birthday fellow, but some personalities just are toxic, selfish, it's all about me, who mean that people lose contact, have no contact. And this is really sad because someday or another, um, there will come somebody, there will be something will happen. And really, the root cause of a lot of all these issues comes down to quite simply that breaks up many families, and that is addiction. And it doesn't mean the addiction is part of the person who has like caused all the rift and caused all whatever. It's the reaction to, and anyway, it's never simple. So anyway, Andrew and I will have a lovely day. We will at some point see Richard. We have not seen our or Andrew's cousin in perhaps about 3 years, and but someday. Remember when I first started at Lawrence Park, there was a fellow there who had been involved in a horrible, miserable, terrible divorce, which of course, um, there were all kinds of things laid out in terms of Christmases and birthdays and this and that. None of that was followed. The money was followed, or the money was taken religiously, but not any of the other stuff. So I said, you know what, do your best to stay available, stay alive, stay alert, and one day or another, your daughters will come find you. And indeed, they did. Anyway, I believe Andrew is up, so we need to eat and enjoy the day. Thanks so much for coming. Bye for now.